Hi guys, I showed you I bought this twin pack of neon solar lights from Poundland for a little project. I made a little solar powered vibrating bug out of it. Although the power's just run down on that one, you can hear it anyway. With the bits that are left over, I'm going to make a Kite Messenger. That's something where I can send something like this parachutist up to a kite and then get it automatically released so that he can fly down from the height of the kite. And looking at this twin pack, these two plastic tubes are what I need, I reckon. I need a piece of wire that will come out the front with a loop on it to hook onto the kite string, with a bit of a bit sticking out at the front. That goes through the top tube, has another loop on the back of it that also sits over the kite string, and then it's bent down so it goes back up the bottom tube here. And there'll be a slot cut out here somewhere, so that bit of wire sticking up there, the kite, or a hook from the kite, sorry, not a kite, the parachutist, will loop through that bit of wire so that when the Kite Messenger gets up to the kite, there'll be a stop tied to the string that hits the wire loop and pushes the wire down the tube, which at the same time, where the wire's looped round into the bottom here, that'll push that bit down, and where the slot is, that'll allow the hook that's tied onto the parachutist to drop out. That's the theory. So that's what I'm going to go and do. I'm going to go and bend up some bits of wire, cut a slot in one of these tubes so we've got a gap, and see if it works. I'll glue these together or tape them together. Right, so you can see that I've cut a slot. You can see that I've cut a slot in the side of one of the tubes, and I've got some galvanized wire. That's the sort of stuff you buy in the gardening sections, that I will bend up to make the release mechanism. Well, there's the finished article, first attempt. I've super glued the two pipes together, or tubes, and then I've got this piece of wire, got a loop on that end, that's the front end, loop on the back end that I've actually left so we can actually hook the kite string underneath it, and then we've got this piece here that goes up inside the tube. This goes up the string, hits a stop, something you've got tied to the string at the top, that pushes down. And as that pushes down, you'll see here, that should release the whatever you've got attached to it. If we just attach this to it temporarily, so hits the top of the kite string or the stop, and that should release whatever cargo it is that we've got attached. The big question is this light enough to go on a fairly lightweight kite? Very simple. So the idea is we have our parachutist, not that one because that one's broken, this one, He was missing a leg, poor chap. Obviously had a heavy landing at some time. So we need to probably put a loop across his legs there of some sort. But we can just hook under there. So he'll be held in place. The wind will actually blow the kite, sorry, not the kite, blow the parachute up the string till this bit hits the stop at the top of the string, at which time it should then release him and he drops off. So we'll have to give it a try, won't we? For testing purposes, I've just bent a paper clip there, melted a hole through his leg, sorry about that mate. So that will now go on the, what do we call that bit, release mechanism. The wind blowing the parachute will actually pull him up the kite string, so that actually holds itself in place going up until it hits the stop on the string, which should then release him, and away he goes.